Okay, thank you. All right, good morning and happy Friday. Yay, this is a nice way to round out our week. We have a short agenda, so hopefully this won't take the entire hour and a half. I'm Jenny McCullum, the Director of Procurement Services for JEA, Chief Procurement Officer, and the Chair of the Awards Committee. I'd like to call the January 29th, 2021 Awards meeting to order. We do have a quorum with Stephen Datz, Alan McElroy, Joe Arfano, Steve Tootin, and Kevin Hallbrooks in place of Wayne Young. OGC is represented by David Miggett, and Budget is represented by Lori Whitmer. Do we have any public comments before we get started? Let's start with anyone in the room on CC1. All right, hearing none, I'll ask the procurement staff if we have received any emails prior to the meeting starting. Was that a no? Can you guys confirm? I can't hear you.
We've not received any.
Okay, thank you. And then is there anyone on the call that would like to make a public comment? Okay. All right, on today's regular agenda, we have items 1 through 8, and they've all been reviewed by Procurement and by Budget and are ready for the Awards Committee review. We'll review each award item individually. I will ask for a motion to approve the award item with a second, and then we'll roll call through the committee to vote on each individual item. We're going to start with the meeting minutes from the January 21st meeting. Do we have any questions or comments?
This is Steve Tootin. I make a motion to approve the minutes of January 21st, 2021.
Thank you. Can we get a second? Thank you, Alan. We'll roll call through the committee, starting with Steve Tootin.
Approved.
Alan McElroy.
Approved.
Joe Arfano.
Approved.
Kevin Hallbrooks.
Approved.
And Stephen Datz.
Approved.
Thank you. Award number 2 is an invitation for bid. This is for the water main at James Road. It has failed multiple times in recent years and requires a replacement. Upgrading this water main will ultimately improve potential pressure issues and eliminate dirty water concerns for customers. Increasing the size will also have favorable effects and allow for installation of fire hydrants per JEA standards. And this project is to upgrade approximately 4,000 linear feet of the water main and the associated fittings, valves, hydrants, and service piping. The recommended awardee is the Keaton Group, Inc., doing business as Baldwin Quality Plumbing. And the award amount is $976,137. And we are expecting project completion November of 2021. And I will note that the Keaton Group is a JSIB firm. And this, they look to be a new JSIB firm doing business with JEA. We received 7 bids on this. So quite a bit of competition, and the pricing came in 36% lower than our budget estimate. And in the background, it talks about there were 5 different bid items that were significantly lower than what the engineer had estimated. So I will pause and ask the committee if you guys have any questions or comments on award number 2. Okay, can I get a motion to approve award number 2?
Stephen Datz, motion to approve.
And Kevin Holbrooks, I'll second.
Thank you. We'll roll call through the committee to approve award number 2, starting with Stephen Datz,
Approved.
Kevin Hallbrook,
Approved.
Joe Arfano,
Approved.
Alan McElroy,
Approved.
and Steve Tootin.
Approved.
Thank you. Award number 3, this is what we call miscellaneous, but it's a developer agreement for Rivertown Main Street Phase 3, which is part of the Rivertown Development or Developer Utility Service Agreement dated December 22nd, 2004, which outlines that certain JEA system improvements are reimbursable to the developer. So Mattamy, Jacksonville LLC is our developer for this development, and Grimes Utility Inc. is the recommended awardee in the amount of $817,475 with a project completion estimated in September of 2021. Per the developer agreement, they are to follow just the basic guidelines of our public procurement, which is advertising and awarding to the lowest responsive bidder. And we had 5 different companies submit, and as I stated, Grimes Utility Inc. is the lowest bidder for this work. And it just should be noted that the bid amount or the award amount is 26% lower than JEA's estimate, and had good competition on this one. So I will ask the committee if you guys have any questions or comments. All right, can we get a motion to approve award number 3?
Joe Arfano, so moved.
I thought I heard Joe. Let's have Joe be a motion to approve. Can I get a second?
Alan McElroy, second.
Thanks, Alan. We'll roll call through the committee to approve award number 3, starting with Joe Arfano,
Approved.
Alan McElroy,
Approved.
Stephen Datz,
Approved.
Steve Tootin,
Approved.
and Kevin Hallbrook.
Approved.
Thank you. Award number 4 was an invitation for bid, and this is for network submersible transformers for JEA inventory stock. This is a new type of transformer that we are adding into inventory stock. We have a host of different ones, but this one in particular allows for, it's submersible, so it's in essence waterproof, if you will. So it is procuring the effort to improve the network reliability in our downtown area where we tend to flood. Just as a note, for these units, the active parts are secured inside and sealed, corrosion-resistant steel tank, and are known as dry-type submersible pumps. We only received, we had a pre-bid, three vendors attended, but we only received 1 response. We've got so we were unwilling to accept some of the alternatives as dry-type cast coil submersible transformers. It's currently the only product design that can fit the need of the requirement for the downtown area. And only ABB Transformers submitted an offering through Wesco as a distributor. But as a note, JEA is going to continue to explore new market entries as they become available. As I said, there are multiple types of transformers in our inventory. And we tried to do some kind of a cost comparison here, but they're really just 2 different types of pumps. But I'll let Barry, if you want to take a minute to add anything to this conversation before I open it up to the committee, I'll let you go ahead and chime in.
Yes, thank you, Jenny. So I will add safety on for these particular items. So one of the added benefits to these dry type units is the fact that they contain zero oil. So in essence, there's no combustible. They're non-combustible. I don't know if anybody's seen any videos where, you know, especially in a network in a downtown area where an oil-filled unit fails. It typically fails up, and it's very violent, and manholes start going, you know, 100 feet up in the air. So that's one of the benefits to these. Longevity, there's zero maintenance involved with them. And we had to have a product that was, to your point, submersible, such that in the event of flooding or we get a major storm, we have a submersible style network protector that attaches to these units. So we had to be compatible there, and it doesn't make sense to have a submersible style network protector that protects the unit and not have a non-submersible transformer. So that's kind of the reason for this unit. It will not be used in every network application, and keep in mind the only location for the network is located in the downtown area. So that's where these units are located. It will not necessarily be utilized on every single project. Not every network transformer is installed in a basement or underground. So, you know, it won't be necessary in those applications where we're maybe above ground and we don't need the submersible style. So that's kind of, engineering actually brought this up as an option, and after further looking into it, the group and presenting it, the decision was made to kind of proceed in this way. We will work with other vendors. It is important that this item is compatible with our network protector that we currently procure through Eaton, and this unit will. We've been in close contact with Hitachi ABB to make sure that we are full compatible. So if anybody has any additional questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Thanks, Barry. Does
Yes,
the
ma'am.
committee have any questions?
Yeah, this is Steve Tootin, through the chair, Mr. Markford. Barry, I know it's a new technology. Do they have any feel for what the estimated life is of this type of dry type submersible transformer?
Yes, sir. Certainly. So we have oil-filled units that are actually that are in operation for 50 years. So the goal would be, in essence, to get the same life out of these units, 50 plus years with no maintenance, and so yeah, 50 plus years is the ultimate goal.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Joe
Any other
Arpano,
questions?
Jenny.
Yes, Joe.
Joe Arpano, the estimated, what was the basis for the estimated price? Because that looks to be significantly lower than the award amount.
Which part are you talking about, Joe?
On the first page, the $1,053,000.
Oh, the extended price.
Extended price. I'm sorry, I'm misreading that. The extended price.
Kenny, can you explain the extended price on under the bidders?
Am I misreading? I'm probably misreading that. It just looks.
Is Kenny on or Colin?
I'm not seeing exactly what we're talking about here.
The bidder, so Westco Distribution Inc., right there at the bottom of the page, it says it's $1,053,000, but our award amount is 1.5. Can you just explain the discrepancy there, or was that just a error?
I'd have to defer to Mr. Roddy on that one. I'd have to look at the bid workbooks and.
Can you go to the bid
This
workbook?
is
Go ahead, Colin.
Mr. Roddy. Yeah, it should have matched that. It was an IFE, so those values. So I'll go ahead and get that adjusted after this award or after the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll make that update. Any other questions? All right, can I get a motion to approve award number 4 with the minor Scribner's error update.
Steve Tootin, motion to approve.
Thanks, Steve. Need a second?
Alan McElroy, second.
Thanks, Alan. We'll roll call through the committee, starting with Steve Tootin,
Approve.
Alan McElroy,
Approved.
Joe Arfano,
Approved.
Stephen Datz,
Approved.
and Kevin Hallbrooks.
Approved.
Thank you. Award number 5 is a joint project with the City of Jacksonville. This is for the 4th Street West Brick rebuild and Pearl Street to Main Street. This is joint projects are allowed with the City of Jacksonville per the JEA Charter, Section 21.04. COJ has a project for rebuilding and improving the 4th West Street and Pearl Street to Main Street project. The current 6-inch cast iron water main is beyond its service life and is a maintenance issue. And so we've got a portion of this project that will allow JEA to join them in the project and the opportunity to replace the lateral T and piping from the main to the customer connection point. We had pretty good competition on this one. We received 4 bids, and it just notes that COJ, the overall low bidder for the work, ended up requesting to be released from their bid due to mathematical errors. And the COJ agreed to not accept it and went to the next low bidder, which is CAPS Land Management and Materials, LLC. And the JEA portion of this work is $331,368.25. We are expecting the project completion September of 2021. And I will ask Mr. Sue Lehman if there's anything that he wants to add to the comments, or if you're okay, open it up to the committee for questions.
Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, not a whole lot of comments. The city is putting back the historical bricks that are there on 4th Street. And so this gave us a good opportunity to again save on pretty much all the road restoration costs because it is not going to be concrete or asphalt going back, but the historical bricks that they're adding. And so this is a good time for us to get in there and do this work and save a substantial amount on the any restoration in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions from the committee? All right, can I get a motion to approve award number 5?
This is Kevin Holbrook, so I'll make a motion to approve.
Thanks,
Joe
Kevin.
Arfano.
Can I get a second? Thanks, Joe. We'll roll call through the committee to approve award number 5, starting with Kevin Holbrook,
Approved.
Joe Arfano,
Approved.
Stephen Datz,
Approved.
Alan McElroy,
Approved.
and Steve Tootin.
Approved.
Thank you. We'll go to award number 6, which is an OEM. So that means original equipment manufacturer. This is for Northside Generating Station Unit 3, and it is to replace the existing GE EX2000 digital front end system with a new one. We have already replaced units 1 and 2, which were completed in 2018. Baker Hughes Holding, LLC, doing business as Nexus Controls, LLC, is the recommended awardee in the amount of $521,601. Our project completion is estimated December of 2021. And just as background, per section 3-112 of the JEA Procurement Code, a contract may be awarded for supplies or services with limited or no competition when supplies or services must be maintained from the original equipment manufacturer manufacturer's representative or distributor authorized by the original equipment manufacturer because of the criticality of the item or compatibility within the JEA system. And the reason we're doing this is it is nearing the end of its commercial life and it's becoming very difficult to get replacement parts. So we have an OEM form attached as backup, and I will pause to ask the committee if you guys have any questions or comments.
Steve Tootin, motion to approve.
Thanks, Steve. Can we get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Stephen. We'll roll call through the committee to approve award number 6, starting with Steve Tootin.
Approved.
Stephen Datz.
Approved.
Alan McElroy.
Approved.
Joe Arfano.
Approved.
And Kevin Hallbrooks.
Approved.
Thank you. Award number 7. This is also labeled miscellaneous. It is a real estate award, and it is for the purchase of an easement in support of the Deerwood to Greenland water main project. Point Meadows Property LLP is the recommended awardee in the amount of $86,800. As background, the JEA Procurement Code exemptions in Section 2-201 includes purchases of real estate. The Real Estate Services Procurement Directive requires the Awards Committee approval for real estate purchases of $50,000 to $500,000. And the appraised value and negotiated purchase price of this proposed easement acquisition is the award amount of $86,800. Just a little history here. The Deerwood to Greenland project, also called a SIPS, focuses on constructing a 30-inch water main in order to conduct the Deerwood water treatment plant to the Greenland water treatment plant. The project is several miles long and will occupy public rights of way, existing JEA fee-owned properties, and new easements in order to construct and maintain this large diameter pipe. As I said, the award amount is the appraised value, and all of the documents have been reviewed by the Real Estate Procurement Officer and OGC and is ready for the approval of the Awards Committee. Do we have any comments or questions? All right, can we get a motion to approve award number 7?
This is Kevin Holbrooks. I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, Kevin. Thanks, Alan. We'll roll call through the committee to approve award number 7, starting with Kevin Hallbrooks.
Approved.
Alan McElroy.
Approved.
Joe Arfano.
Approved.
Thank you. Steve Tootin.
Approved.
And Stephen Datz.
Approved.
Award number 7 is approved. Thank you. Last award, award number 8, is a contract amendment for professional geotechnical and material field laboratory testing and inspection services. The awardee is CSI Geo Inc., and the recommended award amount is $294,669. And this is just to increase the contract using the original contract rates that were used for each test, you know, as requested and as submitted in the original competitive pricing, or the negotiated and competitive pricing. And the use of the contract has been above what was originally estimated due to the change to required density tests and all asphalt repairs over 10 square feet. So more than what we had originally anticipated. CSI has performed well under this contract, and this contract increase will get us through the original term, which is August of 2022. Are there any questions or comments on award number 8? Can I get a motion to approve?
Sorry, Steve.
Thank you,
motion
Steve.
to approve.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Joe Orfano, second.
Thank you. We'll roll call through the committee to approve award number 8, starting with Steve Tootin.
Approved.
Joe Arfano,
Approved.
Stephen Datz,
Approved.
Alan McElroy,
Approved.
and Kevin Hallbrooks.
Approved.
Thank you. All right, so we have reviewed each award item individually, and they have all been approved. So the entire agenda for the January 29th, 2021 meeting has been approved by the committee. Is there any other business to come before the awards committee? All right, seeing none, we're adjourned. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe, and we will see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.